Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. I have a secret fear, and it's a fear of getting old. Now, I'm not scared of wrinkles. I'm not scared of aches and pains. I'm not even scared of losing my lovely hair. So what am I scared of? Well, I'm 35 now. When I look at the vast majority of men who are 20 or 30 or 40 years older than I am, I don't like what I see. I see a big group of defeated men who've been beaten down by life and who can't or won't stray an inch outside their narrow comfort zone. And I see another big group of grumpy old men who are permanently angry with the modern world and who seem to take personal offence at broad social trends that are just the latest expression of the eternal human condition. And then there are the smaller groups, the Mr. Know-it-alls, the Mr. Big Egos, and the Mr. Flakes, who've never met a promise they can't find a way of breaking. And only then is there a tiny minority of confident, happy men who can engage with the world honourably, but on their own terms. And one of the nice things about coming to Toastmasters is the chance to meet some men like that. And this does seem to be a problem that affects men, because there seem to be many more women who are confident and accomplished and comfortable in their own skin. So why is our society churning out so many of these defeated and angry men? And what can be done about it? Well, I would argue that the outcome is the result of the process. And the process that leads to an angry or defeated man is an unfulfilling life of quiet desperation. And in our society, lives like that are very common. So as a boy, you go to school and you get to be 16 or 18 or 21 or 24 and you leave full-time education. And maybe you get a job, maybe you get a partner, maybe you get married, maybe you have kids, maybe you get divorced, maybe you save some money, maybe you buy a house, maybe you go on holiday, maybe you change your jobs. You say you like your job, but you don't really, because you wouldn't do it for free, and you certainly don't like having a boss. And what you'd really like is to be free, to do what you wanted when you got up in the morning, to achieve something that really mattered, to have the respect of everyone you knew and everyone you didn't, to have a harem 200 strong that would feed you grapes while breasting togas. But you don't tell anyone, and you don't do anything about it, and you get to be 30 and 40 and 50 and 60. And nothing really changes, and you're just left with a nagging sense that you could have been so much more. And if someone asks you, what did you do with your life? Well, you might say to them, well, I brought joy into the lives of people around me. As though that isn't something that a puppy dog could have done, and probably with more success. But in any case, it's a lie, because you didn't set out at 30 or 40 or 50 to bring joy into the lives of the people around you, because if you had, you would have lived differently. And so there, at the end, you're just left with a choice between torturing yourself about what might have been, or cutting yourself off from whatever remains of your potential. So what can be done to get men to start living more authentic lives, and to stop making the dirty little compromises that lead to bitterness and despair? Well, I wish I could say there was something, but I don't think there is. Because the dirty little compromises meet our short-term needs. Going to work every day, for example, gives us just enough of an illusion of status, of progress, of accomplishment, that we carry on doing it. Not until it's too late do we realise we've been sucked into playing a game that we can never, ever win. Maybe one day our predominant means of social organisation will change, so that we can live lives that have more in common with the lives we evolved for, roaming around the African savannah, living in large groups and running around outside all day. And ideally that would be married to the medicinal and technological advances of our own age. But I'm not optimistic that it will happen soon. And certainly not in the next 30 years. So I'm going to go on making my own dirty little compromises. And that's why I'm scared of getting old.